Uninterrupted Media, in affiliation with Cortisone Shot Enterprises, presents a Luke Walton presentation, a Bill Walton direction, LSU Odyssey Oddcast. Everybody has their own opinion. Wow. Well, it's been a wild Tell the Truth Monday for LSU country. Wow. Craziness abounded during Coach Ed Orgeron's press conference and before the press conference. Today, LSU Odyssey broke two national stories. LSUODYSSEY.COM broke two national stories. We broke the news that Gaye would not be available for this next week. And we broke the news that Kayshon Boutte had suffered an ankle injury, whereas Go 24/7, other outlets were only reporting a lower leg and weren't really sure. We talked to Kayshon's father, and he revealed to us that it was an ankle. Kayshon's father then also told us Kayshon was out for the season. We broke that news as well. Coach Orgeron confirmed that news from us probably about 20-30 minutes after we posted it. So today, we've been very busy. We've been in the war room all day. LSUODYSSEY.COM have been plundering the news for every single thing that's been going on. I can tell you there has been no extreme movement on the head coaching, stuff. What I can say is what I've already told y'all. Scott Woodward met with Coach Ed Orgeron after the game against Kentucky. And we know that meeting did not go as Orgeron would have liked it to go. And we're pretty much expecting the news to fully be that Woodward has basically told him, you're not going to be the head coach of LSU after this season, but you're going to finish out the season. That's usually how Woodward likes to do it. He's pretty classy with these things. But he also saw a head coach who lost his mind. Apparently, head coach Ed Orgeron tipped over tables, was calling everybody MFers, was going crazy at the video crew, the hype video staff, because the video production team posted a shameless video showing LSU players, looking like Dapper Dan in $1,000 suits and $1,000 shoes, and meanwhile you got Ed Ingram eating Twix and M&Ms, and he's got a big Ziploc bag. I'm talking a freezer bag full of candy. We're not just talking he's got some Swedish fish, he's got some Twix, he's got some this. He's got a freezer bag full of M&Ms, Twix, Skittles. He's just going crazy. No wonder he's so sluggish this season. And no wonder Coach Ed Orgeron didn't want that video to come out. No wonder he was pissed. I would have been pissed if I was Orgeron too. But the problem is Orgeron, once again, he does it in front of the team, freaking out at the video crew in front of the players. The hell are you doing, man? Do that in private. It's not like the players did this. Like, my God. And so we also got word of that. LSUODYSSEY.COM are hearing rumblings that Eli Ricks is mulling a transfer, but we have not been able to confirm that at all. We're still waiting comment from people close to Eli, as well as Eli himself. It's kind of hard how to ask that question, but we have, because once again, the rumbles are beginning again, which I don't really believe at all, but there's just so much craziness going on at LSU right now, and the fan base has been pretty damn toxic right now that it wouldn't really shock me to see a few big time players leave the program. But Coach Ed Orgeron also said that Major Burns, starting safety, was going to be out this game against Florida. 11 a.m. kickoff. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. I mean, who plays a football game at 11 a.m.? It's ridiculous. Major Burns will be out that game, as well will Joseph Evans for yet another game. So we'll be without Ali Gaye, Joseph Evans, Derek Stingley Jr., Major Burns, and now Kayshon Boutte on offense. Freshman 5 backing up the veterans. No, we have to depend on the freshman 5 being our 5 receivers now. Forget the talk of the freshmen being, this might be a year for the freshmen to figure it out. They have to figure it out, or LSU are going to have a losing season. This is the greatest possible thing for this freshman group, that they have to deliver now because Boutte's out. Now we're going to find out exactly how good this crop of receivers are, and I'm going to tell you what, I think they're going to be fantastic. Whether or not they absolutely blow the doors off of every opponent the rest of this season, we'll probably won't see that. But what I think we will see is a lot of flashes, a lot of just great previews of what's to come. And then coming into year 2, we'll probably see those absolute apex performances. But we're going to see at least a few before the end of the year's out. And let me just tell you this. People are saying, who's going to replace Boutte? Is it going to be Dion? Is it going to be Brian Thomas? Is it going to be Malik? Let me say you this. It's not going to be your first choices. It's going to be Jack Besh. Jack Besh is now LSU's number 1 receiving target on the team. Our number 1 receiving target is right now a freshman tight end hybrid receiver. And that's not saying anything about Besh's abilities. Everyone who reads LSU Odyssey knows I think Jack Besh is a freakish talent who literally could win the Heisman. He's that good. He's that good, and I believe in that statement 100%. My point is, there's got to be other guys, you'd think. But that's how far down LSU have gone now with opt-outs, with guys who've transferred like Eric Gilbert, with veteran receivers who are just playing like absolute crap, like Jeray Jenkins and guys like that, Trey Palmer. LSU's got to find someone they can trust, and Jack Besh has been the most reliable guy, beyond the most reliable guy. The press conference got out of control today because Coach Ed Orgeron, he got a little testy with a few people, but it seemed like he was kind of keeping it hushed, keeping it in. And then when Jacques Doucet asked him a question, what has it been like? What's the vibe like? What's all, he was asking him questions about the team and how, the pressure and how it's felt, etc., etc. And, Coach O immediately interrupted him and said, you're trying to get a quote out of me, Jacques, and got really pissed off at Jacques Doucet. And Jacques said, I just have a job to do. And he said, I'm going to do my job. And blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to do my job well. And it was like, okay, Coach, what the hell was that? Seriously. What was that? You go after Jacques Doucet, a guy who has literally defended you nonstop? What are you doing? Let's go. Get the fuck. yeah, I don't know. It was absolutely a despicable, disgraceful moment for Coach O to go at Jacques Doucet like that. Jacques was literally trying to humanize Coach at Orgeron. He was trying to say, with all this going on, I mean, how does it feel? I mean, and he's trying to open the door so Coach O can literally say it sucks, it's stressful, it doesn't feel good. Just for Coach O to open up as a human being. And what happens? Coach O slams that door right in Jacques' face, loses his absolute mind, treats Jacques like he would treat me or something. Like, I expected my first, tough question with Coach at Orgeron, if that ever were to happen. Looks like it's not going to. I expected that to kind of happen. Me to ask a question about Title IX and then Coach O loses his shit. Jacques Doucet has been one of the biggest defenders, biggest proponents of Coach at Orgeron. But I guess just because he caught Coach at Orgeron with his pants down saying a stupid comment about sissy blue shirts, I guess he had to take his anger out on Jacques. That's what it feels like to me, is he took his anger out on Jacques. And you trying to get a quote from me? Well, we just did get a quote from you. And it looks absolutely stupid because it looks like you're afraid of the media. And if you think Jacques is asking you a tough question, just wait until you get in a room with me, buddy. Are you serious, Coach? Let's see how you do 3 rounds with Matt Moscona. Seriously, you want tough questions? You think that was tough? You think that's as tough as it gets, Coach? You haven't seen anything. You haven't heard anything. He's talking about I could read everything and sit and take it to my players and all this stuff, and it's like no one's asking you to read everything we're saying. But here's the thing, Coach. It's pretty shameful that you aren't at least aware of the fact that you don't seem to really give a damn about your players anymore. And it's very obvious to us that the players aren't playing for Coach O anymore. You don't lose 42-21 to Kentucky if you haven't quit on your coach. Not at LSU. But yeah, a lot of news, a lot of craziness going down, and hopefully you're following LSU Odyssey on Twitter, especially at Lon Phillips, because that's where a lot of our news gets posted first. And then it's usually on the site as well. Hey, buddy, Rivers is jumping all over me. He wants to go on his walk. But yeah, that's where all of our news gets posted. And usually it's there on our Facebook as well. Follow us on the Facebook page. Follow us on the Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. I believe the Instagram is under Lon Phillips Sullivan. You can follow us on Facebook at LSU Odyssey. Join our group. And of course on Twitter at Lon Phillips. But please support, like, share. If you believe in what we're doing, like and share. It is the biggest thing you can do to help us. We're not asking for your money. We're not asking for a dime. We're asking for your support since you're already listening. Like, share, don't be a square. We love you. Take it easy. Go Tigers!